Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now, I know Sunday, today is meant to be the designated day in the channel for the CFC Q&A, the weekly Q&A series about Celtic. But today, I can't do that. We can't go today without making a video on the match that has just passed. Celtic, obviously, travelling to Kilmarnock for the away match against them at Rugby Park, which was nothing short of, as I said on Twitter, an absolute fucking calamity. A terrible performance. So many things to talk about to do with that performance, and really just a nice way for us to round off what has been such a frantic, disastrous and lacklustre start to the season. And there's so many things from this game alone that I need to talk about in this video, give my opinions towards. And now, I know everybody doesn't share the same opinions as me. I'm here to, give my opinions on this channel, and everybody knows that. Everybody watches the channel. But today it was disastrous. Celtic going to Rugby Park and losing 2-1 to continue on what has been one of the poorest starts to the season we've had in such a long time. We've came under Brendan Rodgers so far and developed into such a strong side. We've won back-to-back fucking trebles. And now we're this. We are this fucking shite. Absolutely dreadful. And today, the performance on the park, and I'm not over-exaggerating, really has epitomised everything to do with so far this season. It has epitomised everything on the park and off the park. Between the transfers, between the lack of replacements, between everything that's happening on the board, absolutely everything. All this talk about Brent, it just epitomised everything which has been filled with doubt so far for Celtic this season. And as I said, I'm not over-exaggerating, but that was single-handedly definitely the worst performance I've seen from a Brendan Rodgers side, and it's definitely the worst performance I have seen from a Celtic side in the flesh in my lifetime. I was at the game myself, and let me tell you, I have never been more angry, more frustrated watching a Celtic performance than today. Not one positive. We got a goal, still not a positive, because at the end of the day it was a goal that we shouldn't have got. It was given away stupidly and cheaply by Kilmarnock, and we were there to capitalise on a mistake. From that point on, I thought maybe we will play alright today, but no, clearly I was wrong. So where do we start? Where do we start talking about this match? There's so many different things to talk about. There's so many different problems, so many issues from the game that we need to actually go over to talk about Celtic in general from the match. But where do we start? I guess we start from the start of the game. I guess we start at the starting lineup. We come into this game and we rotated quite a little bit. We had that match on Thursday against Rosenborg, which was definitely a far more important game. But when we've seen the start to this season and we look at the opponents in Stephen Clarke's Kilmarnock side, who have been nothing short of great since him becoming manager, surely Brendan Rodgers has got to look and go, I can't afford to rotate as much here. We started Mikey Johnson, we started Ryan Christie. These are players who are not fit to start yet in matches that mean a lot, and our season means a lot right now at any stadium, at any against any team, because we've been so bad that we need to hurry up and turn things around. So these players are starting the games, and surely Brendan Rodgers learned his lesson when we went there in February. We rotated the team heavily, we played a weaker side, and we walked away losers there. We walked away with a 1-0 loss, and it's happened again today. We have been punished for starting a side that is not as good enough. Hendry came into the team as well. It was a team that was just not good enough to play against Kilmarnock, and we were punished for that. Away from home to Kilmarnock on a surface which we are not used to as well, to add that into the bargain. Not going to use that as an excuse, but to add that into the bargain, surely we learned our lesson in February and we went and repeated that same mistake. Every single player in the starting 11 today was shite. Apart from one man, I think, who deserves a little bit of praise, is Yusuf Malumbu. Yusuf Malumbu coming in for his debut, and this could be the potential only shining light. I know I said there was no positives whatsoever. This could be the only shining light that I can think of off the top of my head, that Yusuf Malumbu actually had a solid debut for Celtic. And I think one of the biggest mistakes we made in this game, aside from every other fucking mistake we made tactically and everything else, one of the biggest mistakes we made was bringing off Malumbu. Now, I know he was on a yellow card, and I understand he was kind of like lunging into tackles, winning tackles, but it was only a matter of time before he ended up getting a fucking second yellow. But he was the only player on the park for me who looked as though he actually wanted to move forward. And we're going to come back to the moving forward scenario, because we all know what I'm fucking talking about, and every Celtic fan has stressed their anger towards this situation of moving forward. But Malumbu on the park today looked like the only player with an attacking attitude in that midfield, and generally overall, just anywhere in the park. He was the only player willing to carry the ball forward by the looks of things at points in the game. So I didn't think we should have brought him off. I don't think we should have brought him off even. I thought he was having a good debut, a solid debut. Yes, he got to sell a yellow card, so we had to take precaution if we went down to 10 men. Would it have made a fucking difference actually if we went down to 10 men? Probably no. Probably wouldn't have made a difference, because we were still shite with 11 on the park. But aye, that was the only kind of shining light that I can think of from today's performance. Now, The rest of the game, we started it. Let's just go from the start through the finish. We started the game poorly. Kilmarnock looked a better side for the opening 10-15 minutes, I thought, and then we kind of eased our way into the game and we kind of just started taking it slowly, taking our time, doing what we always do to try and get ourselves into the game. Then we finally got a goal, we got a breakthrough, luckily enough. I mean, it wasn't the greatest of goals, you're going to see better. It was scrappy, we capitalised on mistakes from Kilmarnock, and Griffiths put it in the back of the net. Griffiths is another discussion I want to make a video on this week, because last night I was ready to sit down and make a video talking about how Griffiths is now probably the best option for a striker. I was ready to sit down and make it. I was ready to take back everything I've said in the past about Lee Griffiths and say, you know what, start him over Edward. He's the man who's on form, he's the man who wants to score goals, he needs to start games. But today he was pish. I know he scored, but he was pish. Apart from that goal, which was easy enough for anybody to score, he was pish. There's no denying that. I don't care how big a Griffiths fan you are, I don't care how big a fucking Dembele fan you are, who, you know, has always been slightly more biased towards other players over Griffiths. He was pish today. No matter what angle you want to look at it from. But we got a goal. We kind of controlled the game a little bit up until half time. I thought, you know, it was just kind of that way where nothing much is happening. No team is really on top. In the second half, we're like Kilmarnock. As soon as they got their goal, it's like we settled for a fucking draw. It's like we laid down and said, you know what, actually, 3 points isn't needed. A point will do. A point will do us. And then it just went from bad to worse. Defending, absolutely abysmal. And these problems have got to be addressed. Benkovic got injured before the game, which was you know, hard to take because he had a great match on Thursday. I was looking forward to seeing him play again today. And then he had to drop out injured, and in his replacement we get fucking Jack Hendry, who is the shittest excuse for a professional football player I've ever seen, because I can honestly say, with my hand over my heart, that I would be better than Jack Hendry in that fucking centre half, and so would 99% of fucking Celtic fans. Because he's pish. There's no question about that. He is just rank rotten. So, I mean, defensively, there is issues to sort out, but we can't, right, here's the thing that we all want to talk about, isn't it? What was with us today? I know it's been bad. Everybody's always complaining about, all we do is pass side to side. And to an extent, I always agreed with it, but to an extent, I looked at it as, you know what, it's Brendan Rodgers' tactics, we win games from it and such. But this season, it's been a completely new fucking realm of pish. Just as passing from side to side. Boyata and Hendry had absolutely no confidence whatsoever to look forward, play a pass to someone who was in an attacking position. And they can't just take the whole blame for that. We can't blame it on the defenders solely. Going forward, no man is fucking moving. They're glued to the ground. They don't want to make a move and get into positions. They're being fucking lazy and just standing still. Move about. Give them options. But the centre halves are just going like that all game, and we all know it. We all see it. We all complain at it. We're all getting aggravated together. Watching it happen, watching it in front of our eyes is difficult. It's so difficult to take in. And I think we're all wearing very, very fucking thin of it. We've got to get something sorted. We have scored 6 goals in 6 games. An average of 1 goal a game. We are the champions. We are the Scottish Cup holders. We are the League Cup holders. We are the best team in Scotland, so-called, apparently. So-called, apparently? That doesn't make sense. But, and we can't score more than 1 goal a game. We are struggling to score goals, and we're meant to be the best team in the fucking country. Because all we do is pass it round that fucking back line. Then when we finally get into the other half, then it goes back again. Then it's right back there. And then we're starting again. It's the same fucking cycle. Then we create a chance, we miss the chance, heads drop, and then we start it again. We need to sort something out. Brendan Rodgers can't go on you know, unflawed for this. I think I would never in a million years think about saying Brendan Rodgers is done, we should get rid of him. Never in a million years. The guys gave us some of the best times in our history. But under Ronnie Dyla, at least we showed some attacking intent, whether we were winning a game or losing a game. Same with Neil Lennon. We always went forward with the ball. And right now, we are struggling to go forward. We're not entertaining. And it's getting pretty fucking difficult and annoying to watch. And we need to sort it out. Today's performance was flat out the worst I have ever fucking seen under a Brendan Rodgers side. And as I said, potentially, that I've seen in my lifetime in the flesh at a Celtic game. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So frustrating. So frustrating. And something needs to be done right now, because we are in a terrible situation. We're sitting 6th in the table 7 games into the season. 6th in the table. We are 6 points behind Hearts. Rangers are fucking 2nd. I know they're only a point ahead of us, but we are 6th. It's such a disappointing and annoying start, and it needs to be sorted ASAP. ASAP. Something has to be done. January is going to be big. A lot of people are saying on Twitter, oh, we need to get to winter. No, we can't even wait till winter. We need to get it sorted next week. We thought we hit the high point when we beat Rangers. Like, that's it. We're starting back to normal. Then right back after the international break, we're fucked. We need to get it sorted. Let me know your opinions to all. Not everyone agrees with me, I know that, but if you do agree with me, then hail, I suppose. Even if you don't agree with me, hail. We need to sort this out. We need to get it sorted. Like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the video, as I said. Comment below as well, and aye, see you all next time.